Have you ever wondered how to get into content creation? Well, today's video is for you. Hey, I'm Coach Molle from the Visibility Hacking team, and we help small businesses boost their visibility with content creation and so much more. So we're going to share our expertise with you today in this video. I want you to have as much success as possible with content creation from the get-go. I don't want you to have to deal with all the headaches and learning curves that may come your way. So why don't you just pay attention to this video today, and we will get you set on the right path. So first off, you have to understand that the content you're putting out there into the world should have the intent behind it of connecting with your people. Don't just play the game of content for the sake of content. And when you're looking at other campaigns that are happening around you, when you're finding that inspiration, this is also not about trying to reverse engineer what those campaigns are doing, because in reality, the harsh truth, my friends, is that if you don't see the back end of those campaigns, you're missing more than half of the picture. So you're starting to build something without fully understanding how it really works. And that's a dangerous place to be. So when we get into content creation, we're gonna start off on the right path. So knowing that, we're gonna start this video by talking about where you should start. And then we'll talk about how to be unique in a crowded market. And then we'll talk about how to get really loud with your content. So if this interests you, if you want to make the best content you possibly can to bring in more customers and to ascend them through your business, then you want to stay tuned. So roll the intro. The first place you have to start is by creating your niche, finding where your space in the ecosystem is. A niche, the word niche, or if you're American, you might call it a niche. That is a word that comes from ecological studies. It comes from an understanding of how different organisms and animals and plants participate in a larger ecosystem. How are they part of the chain? So I want you to think about that. If you were an animal within your business environment, how do you fit into that ecosystem? How do you fill in that balance? How do you fill needs and help people overcome things that they're stuck on? That is your place in the ecosystem. And what that specifically looks like, that sounds a little bit woo-woo if you're not one to draw images in your head. So what does it look like more specifically? Well, let's talk about business niches real quick. If you are a coach, let's get specific on coaches, for example. A coach is a pretty not very niche term. So let's niche down a little bit more. You could be a life coach. Ah, awesome. That's a little bit more niche down. Let's get even more specific. Let's think about our customer avatar. Let's niche down even further in life coach. We are life coaches for parents. Okay, can we get more specific? Parents who are working on co-parenting. They've gone through a divorce and now they want to co-parent their children at the best way possible. That is how you niche down, my friends. So let's do it again. Let's pick a different kind of coach. Maybe you're a fitness coach. So your fitness coach works specifically with athletes who are over age 40. That is a way to really niche down. You can niche down even further. Athletes who are over age 40 who participate in adventure sports, for example. So you get lots of skiers for just as an idea. So think about what it is that you do. Niche down really, really far as you can, and that will help find where you fit within the larger ecosystem. That can be a pretty daunting task, I know. So the other thing that you can do is you can just start posting on your social media. If you already have people within your world and you've been searching and on this journey of starting your business or building your business up for a while, so you have some connections within the people that you want to be connecting with. So I want you to make a post. I want you to ask a really big question and see what kind of answers you get. From those answers, from real people, you're able to get quite a lot of great information. You can start to position your business in a way that really starts to meet those needs. And if you already have a business, this helps you refine that marketing message. What is it about your product or service that really helps your customer out? How do they say it? How do they reference what it is that you help them with? Use those messages because they might resonate with other customers, other potential customers that you can start bringing into your world. Now, if you want to be part of the visibility hacking world, it's really simple. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. Standing out in a crowded market is actually easier than you'd think. And I kind of already gave it away earlier in this video. What I want you to do is start having connection and conversation with your people. When you're asking them those big questions, then you start to uncover what it is you really, really need. What I like to call your diamond in the rough. What is a diamond in the rough? Well, when you're talking to your people, when you're communicating with them, when you're asking them those questions about what are they struggling with, I want you to listen very specifically for the pain points and the obstacles and their excuses. Because as I always say, if you join us on our Friday night live show, you know I always like to say there's no more excuses, just options. No more excuses, just options. Making sure that your ears are tuned in to the problems and obstacles and excuses your people are giving so that you can hear what their problems are. Maybe there's a trend, maybe there's a pattern you're identifying. Then you create a piece of content that connects to that question, obstacle, excuse, etc. And then that's actually how you make your content stand out from everyone else, and it's how you make your people think that you're reading their minds, because you're using words that are coming out of their mouth. You're using the thoughts and ideas that they're already sharing. They're already looking for a solution. So this is how you position your content to meet that need, in other words. So let's start off by, why don't I ask you a big question? And you guys can let me know your answers down in the comments below. So my big question for you guys is, what was the last piece of content that really grabbed your attention? Describe it. Tell us what platform it was on. What was it? Was there a great hook to it? Did it tell you a great story? What was the offer at the end? Did you take the action on it? Why or why not? Let us know your thoughts down below. This was a really cool exercise we did in a recent episode of the Friday night live show that we do, and it was so cool to hear people's responses. So I want to know your responses. Let me know down below. Now, going off of that, you want to make sure that you are building up the volume of your content. And I mean volume both in the level of noise and the level of loudness and the way that we are actually building up a mass of content, but an intentional mass of content. So what I want you to do is think about how many different formats of content are you creating? Are you just creating the same kind of written post? Do all of your posts kind of follow the exact same format? And don't be ashamed, because I have been there. I know I thought it was about creating a specific number of pieces of content, but also it's about having variety. And I don't just mean variety of like you have the same template and you just change out the graphics and the text every once in a while, but I mean true variety. I mean having some photo posts, some story posts, some carousels, having some live video, having your show, maybe having your podcast, having your content and your message on a variety of different formats is kind of like showing up to a buffet that has a great number of different options as opposed to just the same thing. No one wants that. They want variety, they want change, they want difference. And actually that triggers different things in our brains. So I want you to take action on this. What you're gonna do is give yourself a timeline. Say 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, whatever you want. You're gonna put out a huge variety of content, a whole bunch of different stuff, whole bunch of different content, videos, written stuff, photo posts, explore, try different things. If you found posts that were interesting for you, that grabbed your attention, take this opportunity to try and recreate them. And at the end of that time frame that you've set for yourself, what you're going to do is examine which pieces of content your audience really engaged with. Which ones were the ones that had more likes or shares or follows or comments. Those are the pieces of content that are going to help direct what you're going to do next. And pretty much what you're going to do next is take those ideas and put them into your content calendar and start planning out content that is intentionally designed to connect with your ideal customer. And it's that simple. If you want to know more about building out an intentional content plan and really understanding the strategy behind that, then definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we're releasing a few series coming up that are going to help you understand content planning, content creation, and so much more. So make sure you subscribe, ring the bell so you're first notified, and you will get this awesome content served straight up to you. And also, why not join us in the visibility hacking community? You can find us on Facebook, or you can head over to visibilityhacking.com, click the link at the top of the page that says Become a Visibility Hacker, and we'll see you over there. Until then, my friends, remember, I love you, be excellent to each other, and just go live. People are waiting for you.